Hello there, Cosmic Drops of Jupiter back again to do your daily energy check-in and really update you guys about some astrology business for November 20th, 2023. However, this is timeless and you will find it in divine timing. If you are seeking just the daily energy check-in, you're going to want to fast forward because I'm going to talk about the astrology for a second. But you know, I went MIA because y'all, the new moon in Scorpio on the 13th, and then we had the Mars Sun Cazimi, so that's when the Sun and Mars met in the sky in Scorpio, you know, for the first time since 1991 in Scorpio, and it's in the later degrees of Scorpio, and that just happened over the last few days. It was like the 17th through the 19th, and now it is separating. For me, this was on my rising Scorpio degree ascendant. So just a couple little basics, you know, the zodiac sign that was rising on the eastern horizon at the moment you were born. So the moment that I popped out of my mom's birth canal, okay, it was 25 degrees of Scorpio that was rising on the eastern horizon. And that is why I am a Scorpio rising. You're rising, that means it's your first house. It's your house of self. It's how you come off to people. It's who you are. It's connected to your physical body, your physical appearance. And I explained this in some of my stories, but like, you know, in my chart, at the moment that I was born, I had Pluto's at 17 degrees. So I've got my first house of Scorpio, okay, because Scorpio was rising on the eastern horizon the moment I was born. And however, the sun was in Virgo, so I'm still a Virgo, but I'm a Scorpio rising. Pluto's at 17 degrees, and then my Scorpio ascendant is 25 degrees, okay? That shows that there was a near-death experience during my childbirth, that there was complications during the birth with that Pluto near my ascendant. So you can see things like that in the chart, you know, because that is the womb, that's the mother, the child, it's the moment of birth, you know, so there were complications not only for the mother during childbirth, but for me physically, my physical self, because your first house is also your physical body, okay? So things that transit around in the sky, when the planets are going around in the sky, they hit your natal birth chart and they activate things, okay? So things that then are activating your ascendant is something that is going to, you know, affect you physically, personally, more than any other like house, because your ascendant is you, okay? So for me, and for others, you know, people that probably that really felt this Mars Sun Cazimi that just happened over the last couple of days, and the new moon in Scorpio would be the fixed signs. You may be feeling it more. That would be Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. However, also if you have planets, places, and points that were near those degrees, like 25 degrees of Scorpio, like I said, let me tell you, you felt it. Okay, so I've been going through profound, like another level of awakening, and when the new moon happened and things were transiting like a couple weeks ago, on November 8th, when Mars and the Sun were actually hit my Pluto in my first house, I had my first full mediumship experience during a private client reading, okay? I've been going through, I'm going through a whole new level of awakening and gifts and changes because of that, okay? And so this Sun and Mars, they met in the sky on my ascendant degree and physically affecting my body. So in general, Mars and the Sun, you know, there's a cycle here. So when they finally catch up to each other, it's like a little over every 2 years, but each year it's in a different sign, okay? So it goes around like this. And so the last time that the Sun and Mars met, in general, was in Libra it was October 8th of 2021, okay? So when they meet in the sky, this is very similar to like a new moon. Mars is our masculine energy, our vitality, our drive, our force, our power, our courage, our warrior, our strength. It's also the negative sides, the violence, just like the deeper, darker parts of aggression and violence, and yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so when the sun is like our dreams, our goals, our desires, our vitality, our purpose, okay? So when Sun and Mars meet in the sky every a little over 2-ish years, it's like a new moon for your Mars, okay? And then then once Mars goes around in the sky, they'll eventually go in opposition, and it's like a full moon, okay? So this one that we just had this past week, so November 17th to the 19th of 2023, this is like the planting of the seeds in Scorpio of a new Mars, and we will see the full moon, we'll see the fruits of this labor when Mars goes all the way around in Taurus, when it goes in opposition to the sun, which will be in January of 2025. Okay, and then they won't meet up again in another sign until 2026. However, so the Scorpio, the one that we just had, the last time that the sun and Mars cazimied and met in the sky in Scorpio was in 1991. So, and it was around November 8th of 1991. And so you can look back. So I went back and I spoke with my mother because I had some insights and downloads of, you know, what this probably was about, because it was right after I was born. And sure enough, I had these health issues come up because Mars is also injuries and inflictions and inflammation and heat. Okay. So you can kind of, once you start to understand how these things cycle, you can look back at these different themes in your life. You know, these all were about me and my physical health and my physical body, because it's my first house of Scorpio. But depending for you where Scorpio is, and that changes what these themes are. So the last time that we went through a little cycle with, you know, Sun and Mars, was in, like I said, it was October 8th of 2021. Okay, they met in Libra. And what's funny is, you know, that was the beginning of the end, pretty much, of my 9-year partnership and relationship. And Libra is all about partnerships and relationships, okay? And then that November 2021, we had the Scorpio Taurus eclipses start. That's when I had a huge spiritual awakening, got into tarot and astrology. So, yeah, it makes perfect sense that now, when all these things now came into my first house, now I'm gaining new abilities, I'm ascending. So I've been going through a lot. So for you, you know, with this new moon that we had, the Mars Sun in Scorpio, and Scorpio is still like unconscious things, the darker, the deeper things. So a lot of people may have had like unconscious awakenings of certain things, you know, things that you didn't even know that needed to be healed. That is what is like, I feel like 3 years just happened to me over 2 weeks, but of experiences and insights and downloads. But yeah, for me, it was like literally I'm reconnecting to my physical body. I didn't realize how much I have been completely dissociated from my body, and now I'm getting into flow movement, you know. So it's just like, it just depends for you what this is touching, you know, how this is going to affect you. But you may have just, you know, some deeper scorpionic unconscious things that you didn't know need to be healed may have come up for you. But this is the beginning of a new cycle for Mars, okay? And this will, you know, we'll see the full moon version of this Mars in January of 2025, and then we'll start a whole new seeded cycle in January of 2026. Okay, so I think I just got all those dates correct. That's what's been going on. I feel like I'm learning that maybe it is helpful to share more about how the astrology is affecting my personal life and experiences, to help you then also understand. I mean, that's how I felt and founded astrology, and was like, this is the truth, It was like, I was seeing these things going on. I was feeling and experiencing these things, and then I saw it was in the astrology, and that's when I was able to make the click. So hopefully you can start to do that for yourself. There are so many astrologers that have already made videos on YouTube. If you want to know more about how this Mars Sun Cazimi affected you, that they'll do it by your rising degree, okay? Yes, with that said, I also had profound insights and understandings and downloads. With all this stuff was in opposition to Uranus. Okay, Uranus also Uranus is the unexpected, and is also like the internet and innovative ideas and whatever. But with all these new insights and downloads and things, I've come to a conclusion on how I really want to reformat what I'm offering to people, how I'm going to be offering my services. I'm going to be doing a lot more of just like remote private readings where I record. You send in if you have questions, whether I'm doing astrology or tarot or whatever, and then I will record a private video for you and send it to you with a private YouTube link. Okay, these are the things that I'm going to be taking the steps to prepare for sure to have. I'm hoping fully launched by January 2024. In that time. So for right now, I'm kind of taking a pause. I'm very busy with my other job. I have a lot of new love in my life right now, and just a lot of things going on. And I'm personally going through a change, a profound, deep inner change, which, I have to honor that. So I might be able to take a few private readings here and there, but for right now, I'm just taking a little pause. I'm gonna be working in the background, getting all this shit ready, to then get the foundations there, and then we can go. Okay. I think that's all I wanted to say about that. I'm gonna just do a daily energy check-in now, and yeah, okay. So thank you for all being here. Hope everyone's doing okay. I hope this was good for you, that you feel better today. For anyone who was feeling this strongly or had, an impactful experience over the last couple weeks. The Scorpio season has been no fucking joke. It's been no fucking joke. Okay, so let's step in. Let's see what's going on with the collective, or what message we need. Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, Mars. Yeah, people be dying and being reborn. I know I sure have. I had a whole new, I feel like a completely different person again. It's like how many different death and rebirths and justice. Yeah, I think what I'm experiencing, I think a lot of people are also, getting profound changes. Something is coming to justice for people. You're going to start receiving karmic rewards, but you still have to hold your boundaries and cut out the people, places, and things that are still affecting you. Some of y'all are still hanging on. Some of y'all haven't let go yet. We have a full moon in Gemini coming up on November 27th. Maybe that's when, you'll maybe be able to fully let something go. Yeah, some of y'all aren't letting go. I know it hurts, but you're gonna, okay? You know what you need to do. You need to go. You need to step into your fucking power, your Queen of Wands power, and let go of these toxic, self-sabotaging things. I know it's difficult, but you have a whole new journey ahead, okay? All right, and we got the King of Pentacles here too. Yeah, I feel like that's really all I need to say for today. Yeah, literally. That's all I need to say. The Four of Swords laid to rest. Okay, so that was a long one. But I just wanted to explain a little bit about the astrology. I hope that came across clear. Yeah, I'm just going to keep showing up authentically myself and sharing where I can. I hope this helps you. Please like, share, save, subscribe, comment, all the things. If you ever want to tip me, I love that too. Okay? I am sending you all so much love and insight and death and rebirth and justice. See you tomorrow.